In the warped memories of childhood, where shadows danced on the fringes of light, lies the unsettling world of 1999, a creepypasta that grips the heart with an icy hand. This tale, whispered among the brave and the curious, echoes the spectral remains of a children's television show that was said to have aired on a little-known public access channel, Caledon Local 21. Nestled deep within the collective consciousness of an entire generation, the show was hosted by none other than the enigmatic Mr. Bear, a man clad in a tattered bear suit who beckoned children into his dark cellar, a place that seemed more a gateway to nightmares than a sanctuary for innocent fun. As we journey alongside Elliot, our protagonist, we peel back the layers of his childhood memories, revealing the harrowing experiences that transformed innocent curiosity into paralyzing terror. Elliot was like any other child, bright-eyed and filled with wonder. The allure of a vibrant show, with its cheerful themes and inviting jingles, concealed the sinister undercurrents that lurked beneath. Yet, the warmth of that nostalgia quickly turned to ice as the show progressed. The laughter, once infectious, became a haunting echo that reverberated in the dark corners of his mind. The first sign of something amiss was subtle, yet it lingered, like a dark cloud hanging over their innocence. The cheerful facade of Mr. Bear, who at first seemed to embody joy, soon morphed into something more sinister. His laughter had a peculiar quality, almost hollow, devoid of the genuine mirth one would expect from a children's entertainer. Elliot remembered sitting there, wide-eyed, listening to Mr. Bear's disarming voice as it beckoned them to join him in the cellar, a place most children would dread, yet were inexplicably drawn to. Each episode drew them closer to the edge of fear, the thrill of danger intermingling with the chilling curiosity of what lay beneath the seemingly benign surface. Elliot, as innocent and naive as he was, could not shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The children on screen appeared entranced, their smiles too wide, eyes too vacant as they followed Mr. Bear deeper into that dark abyss. The images distorted in his mind, etching a permanent fear in his heart that would haunt him for years to come. In one particularly vivid episode, Mr. Bear introduced a game that they would play together. The children, wide-eyed with anticipation, clapped and cheered, but Elliot could only watch, rooted to his spot. What would follow was a series of increasingly unsettling activities that led those children deeper into Mr. Bear's world. A world that twisted childhood games into macabre parodies of innocence. The laughter turned maniacal, chilling, reflecting an underlying sense of dread that permeated the air, thickening as the show progressed. Elliot recalled vividly how the show would end. A simple wave, a promise of more fun to come. But what lay after that wave was the silence that wrapped around him like a heavy fog, filling his room with an oppressive stillness. He would lie awake at night, images of those entranced children and their inexplicable fate replaying in his mind like a haunting melody, the need for answers seeping into every crevice of his thoughts. What had happened to the children who disappeared into that cellar? As the years passed, the show faded into obscurity, but for Elliot, it became a specter that haunted him through adolescence and into adulthood. He pored over old forums, searched for tapes, and sought out others who might remember the chilling episodes that had slipped through the cracks of time. Yet, the more he searched, the more elusive the truth became. Caledon Local 21 seemed to exist on the periphery of reality, a mysterious entity that eluded the grasp of memory. There were whispers of a cover-up, but they dissolved into the ether before Elliot could catch hold of them. Every attempt to piece together the fragments of his childhood only deepened the abyss of uncertainty. One rainy afternoon, driven by an insatiable need for closure, Elliot found himself drawn back to the old town, to the very location where the memories first solidified into something darker. It was a small building, the kind that hardly drew attention, yet it held the answer to questions that had plagued him for so long. With each step closer, his heart raced, pounding like a drum in the deafening silence that surrounded him. The weight of nostalgia mixed with trepidation clawed at his chest, but he pressed forward, determined to confront the shadows of his past. As he entered the decaying structure, a shiver coursed through him, an instinctual warning that whispered for him to turn back. The air was thick with dust and disuse, and as he made his way toward the old basement, the cellar from the show, fragments of long-buried memories began to surface like forgotten whispers. He stood there, staring into the dark abyss, his mind racing with images of Mr. Bear's inviting smile and the hypnotized children who had ventured too close to that yawning chasm. Was it merely a children's show, or had it been something far more sinister? The question nagged at him, twisting like a serpent in his mind. What had happened to Mr. Bear, and to the children who had answered his chilling call? The darkness closed in around him, suffocating, as he approached the edge of the cellar, fearing what he might uncover. But Elliot, driven by a blend of fear and resolve, took a step forward, peering into the shadows that lay below. His heart raced, each beat resonating with a mix of adrenaline and dread. Suddenly, a flicker of movement caught his eye. He squinted through the darkness, and a cold realization gripped him. Something moved down there, shifting within the depths. A soft, childlike giggle echoed up the stairs, chilling him to the bone. Was it a remnant of the past, or something far worse? Just as he was about to turn back, he felt a pull, a magnetic force that urged him to step down into the unknown. The allure of Mr. Bear's world, beckoning and terrifying, clenched his heart tighter, and as he hesitated, bathed in the eerie darkness, the last echoes of that malicious laughter reverberated through the silence, leaving him standing at the precipice of discovery, teetering on the edge of truth and terror.